sales is the most lucrative skill in the world, period. The problem is most sales advice out there today is outdated, cheesy, and can even keep you from getting the deals that can make all the difference in your career. This is the No BS Sales School, a podcast for entrepreneurs and salespeople who want to master the skill of selling without all the BS. Welcome to the No BS Sales School podcast. I'm your host, Walker McKay. First, I want to thank you, No BS Sales team, for taking the time to listen and sharing this with people that need to hear it. It's amazing the amount of people that I end up talking to that said, "Hey, man, I learned about you from your podcast because a friend of mine shared it with me." So I cannot thank you enough. Those of you that are, when you're out there listening and you say, "This is pretty good, I need to share this with my friend," that means a lot to me. And the word spreading, and we're getting, I think I had a record month of downloads last month, which is a big deal. That means you guys are out there listening and learning and sharing the good news. That's awesome. I appreciate you very much. I was going to tell you something today. I did something that, I don't do too often. And I can remember the thought I had just before I did this today. I bought a lottery ticket today. I bought two of them, actually. I bought two scratch-off cards. I don't know why this feels a little more instant gratification for me. I don't do that very often, but I was thinking this morning as I was going to see my chiropractor because my back was a little bit messed up and I was early. And so instead of sitting around and, looking at the Twitter, I walked over to the gas station next door. I had about 10 minutes, walked to the gas station next door. I had $10 burning a hole in my pocket, so I went and bought two $5 lottery tickets. I realize it's idiotic to buy two for $5 instead of one for 10, or maybe idiotic to spend any money at all. But I thought, what the hell, I have two chances. And I remember as I did this, I said, we need to do some renovations on our house. And it sure would be great. I had a friend who won the lottery. I think he won just the right amount of money. He won $300,000. Not enough to fuck up your life, just enough to make a difference, right? Pay off some debts, maybe do something fun. Not enough to fuck up your life or change everything or have people come out of the woodwork to be your friend. I was thinking, if I could win $300,000, that'd be a nice number. I'd still have to go to work tomorrow. I still would go to work tomorrow, but it would be really fun to have $300,000 kind of FU money. And then we could do the shit we want to do with our house, take a trip, do some cool things. Anyway, so I bought two lottery tickets because wouldn't it be so much easier if we won $300,000? The easy button, right? And I realized as I scratched them off, and of course, didn't win anything. I realized everybody's looking for the frickin' easy button. In sales, everybody's looking for the hack, for the tip, the one thing that they need to know. Right? So that they can make this easy. Give me that one little line or one little way I can go close. And the reality is, anything that's worthwhile takes work, right? There is no freaking hack. There's no easy hack for marriage or getting in shape or losing your belly fat or whatever all that bullshit clickbait is that you see. There's no easy hack. It all involves work. It involves behavior change. It involves a change in mindset, right? It means that we have to make changes, and everything that's worthwhile takes effort. So for you that listen to this podcast, that have faithfully listened to it for a long time, and I know everybody's looking for that one thing, and I'm glad you're looking for it, and I hope you find something that helps you, right? Close a sale easier, close a sale faster, disqualify somebody quickly, right? And there are things out there that can do that. But if you want to be really great in sales, and I realize you don't necessarily want to be great in sales, you just want to make a lot of money. But if you want to be able to make a lot of money in sales consistently, you have to be able to, adopt the right mindsets. You have to be able to say, I don't give a shit if this person buys from me or not. I really don't. And you recognize this person you're talking to, even if it's a deal that could make you $1 million, you need to recognize that it won't change your life. It will not change your life if that happens. Whether this person buys or doesn't buy, it will not change your life. And a lot of times, most of the time, the people we talk to, they're not going to buy. They're not. We just got to recognize that and realize, I don't care. My job is to go in here is not to sell somebody. My job is to see if I can figure out, if I can disqualify this person as quickly as I can. Help them figure out that I don't have the right solution for them. And I know that sounds ridiculous, right? But if you knew, right, if you're selling more than 40% of the people you're talking to, either you're not charging enough or you're not in front of enough new people, right? So most of the people are not going to buy from you. They're just not. So the sooner you figure out which part is the 60% and which part is the 40%, the better for you. So we need to be skeptical that they're going to do something. We need to be skeptical that they actually would make a change. You've heard me talk about this, right? And that can be hard, especially if you're needy. By the way, our being needy, our needing to close this sale has an inverse effect on the likelihood that we're actually going to close the sale. Needy salespeople get crushed. It's those that aren't needy that do the best. They don't get emotionally involved, right? There's a process. If you're doing things right, you need a process. You got to follow the process. And the process is designed, the no BS process is designed to slow us down. It's not an easy button. It's steps you can take to clarify as you go along. Is this the right prospect for me? Are they going to spend the money? Do they have a reason to make a change? What's their decision-making process? There is no easy button. It takes work. And sometimes, people ask me, hey, when is this going to get easier? When is it going to get easier? And the reality is I say, look, like a lot of things, you're asking the wrong question. Don't ask when it's going to get easier, because it doesn't get easier. You just get better at it. So when you're thinking about how do I get better? What do I need to do? What are some things that I'm missing? One of the things I've done for a lot of people I've talked to lately, I have this sales assessment that I do, right? Where they can figure out, not that they have a personality, because damn near everybody I talk to has a personality. But what are the sales skills that you have? Right? What are the mindsets that you have right now? What's the gap that's holding you back? And from that sales assessment, we have an hour-long, 90-minute coaching session that doesn't obligate me to take somebody as a client, doesn't obligate them to hire me, but it gives them a clear idea of what they need to work on with my help or without my help. So if that's something you want to talk about, whether or not you should do a sales assessment on you or your team, gives you a clear idea of what's going on and what you'd need to do to be better. And it would help me if we decided to work together. How can I be a better coach for you? You want to find out more, want to have a conversation about that? Walker@walkermckay.com. Walker@walkermckay.com. Go to my website, walkermckay.com. You can check it out there if you want to. But reach out to me. Let's have a quick conversation, see if it makes sense for you to do a sales assessment to figure out where you are. Even if you're kicking ass, what could you do to be better? Thank you for listening. Please share this, as you have been, with somebody else who needs to hear it. Don't look for the frickin' easy button. Work to, how do I get better at this? And lottery tickets are fun, but you're probably not going to be able to do your home renovation with it. That's what I've learned. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks for listening to No BS Sales School podcast. If you haven't already, please take 1 minute to write a quick review for the show. It really does make a huge difference. Also, subscribe to the show and please forward this episode to somebody else who needs to hear it. As a bonus for listening, I'm going to give you access to a free mini course, 7 expensive sales mistakes you're making and what you can do about it. Go to www.7salesmistakes.com and get access to the free mini course. That's the number 7salesmistakes.com. Thanks again for listening to the No BS Sales School podcast.